class, today we will venture into the world of equations by studying algebraic expressions. We know that with an equation, the equal sign signifies that both sides equal the same value even if it does not look the same. And we will prove that to be correct in our story problem where we will solve an equation using whole numbers. Let's first review some of the material we learned yesterday. So, who can tell me what are variables associated with? Yes, equations. And Cortez, can you tell me the inverse of multiplication? Think about it. Okay, yes, division. And today I will introduce something else that will kind of pull this in together. We have something called the cancellation property of equality, which simply states that for any number except 0, if we have variables a, b, and or c in an equation of a times c equals b times c, we can divide both sides of this equation by c, which will cancel out on both sides and have a equals b. So if this is correct in our story problem, we should be able to use the same properties. So we have a young girl named McKenna. And she caught a wonderful sale at her favorite store. She was able to buy 4 shirts for the price of $32. So she had 4 shirts, and the total cost was $32. Her mom wants to know the exact amount for each shirt. So, who can tell me what's the first thing we need to do when solving an equation? Right, to make this equation an algebraic expression, we have variables. And what's a good variable to assign? Right, we first have to know what the unknown is, which is the cost for each shirt. So S, Elizabeth, is a great variable to have for shirts. So, I'm going to erase this so we can have enough room. And we know that as a class we agreed that S will equal shirt. And we know that she bought how many shirts? 4. So we have 4 times S. And how much did the total cost were? Yes, 32. And in this particular problem, we don't need the zeros. We know that it's 32. And if we go back to the inverse of multiplication, which is division, we know that we can divide both sides by what? Okay, you said we should divide it by S. Okay. So we divide both sides by S, we get 4 equals 32 over S. Who knows what to do next? Right, we're kind of stuck. Does anyone have any other ideas of what we could do, whether what we can do with this particular equation or go back to the original one? Okay, let's see if that works for us. So, once again, we have 4S equals 32, and Kamaya says we should divide both sides by 4. Okay, if we divide both sides by 4, the 4's cancel out here, and we have S equals we have S equals what, class? We have S equals 32 over 4, but what is 32 divided by 4? Think about it. 8, okay. Do everyone agree with 8? Okay, S equals 8. But how do we know exactly for this equation, this algebraic expression, that S equals 8? What can we do to check this? Right, we can plug in the value we have for the variable into the algebraic expression. So, if we have, once again, 4 times s equals 32, and we plug in the 8 for the s, we have 4 times 8 equals 32. What's 4 times 8? 32. Okay, so we can all agree that 8 equals s. And for the word problem, we know that she paid $8. S equals 8 for each shirt for a total of $32. So this not only helps us solve this word problem, this proves that the cancellation property of equality works for this problem, except for if the variable equals what class? 0. So, do we have any extra questions? Yes, any problem you have, you can always go back and do a check. And if you have time, because sometimes on quizzes or tests you may not have time, but if you have the time, especially on homework, it's very good to go back and check your work. That way you can know that your answer is correct, and you can go back and review the steps that you took to see if you should make any changes. So, we have to go into homework. Yeah, I know y'all don't like homework, but this will help you guys with your skills. So do you think you can solve a word problem like this at home by yourself? Okay, wonderful. So, gather your things up, class is dismissed, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Have a good day.